All right, today we're going to deconstruct a full-blown sci-fi epic. We're talking a hero, a mysterious monster, a whole planet in peril, the whole shebang. But here's the catch. The entire story is told in just 35 seconds. So let's break down how in the world they pulled off this little masterclass in storytelling. So that's the big question, right? How do you cram an entire universe of world building, character development, and a powerful theme into a story that's shorter than most commercials? Let's dive in, shot by shot, through Robo-Boy's Ice Planet mission and really uncover the secrets. Okay, first up, the hook. Every great adventure needs a call to action, and this one wastes absolutely no time getting us there. The story just kicks off with a classic setup that tells you everything you need to know right away. And just like that, we're off. No lengthy backstory, no boring exposition, we just get a signal from a frozen planet named Glacia, and we immediately get this sense of urgency. The creators hook us instantly, and you know what? We're already on board for the mission. Now, look at how all these little production details work together to build a mood. The vertical format? That's perfect for watching on your phone. The color palette with all those frosty blues and glowing bits, it just screams Ice Planet. And then you have these quick cuts paired with this really energetic cinematic music. It just immediately feels big and exciting. And speaking of big and exciting, the creators use what's called cinematic lighting to make this tiny 35-second world feel absolutely vast and important. You see that soft fog, the glowing energy cores? It all adds this layer of professionalism and immersion that you just wouldn't expect from something so short. All right, let's get to the conflict. A hero lands on a planet and meets a monster. It's a story we've all heard a million times, but here's where there's a crucial little twist that changes everything. This is not just a monster. The key, the absolute key to this whole thing is right there in that parenthesis, a corrupted guardian. Think about that. That one tiny detail reframes the entire story. This isn't some evil beast. It's something that's broken. It's not an enemy to be destroyed, but a problem that needs to be solved. And get this, the sound design totally supports this idea. Notice Robo-Boy's voice. You'd expect it to be cold, maybe a little menacing, right? He's a robot. But no, it's described as warm. And his little companion, Snowbit, has these friendly little beeps. This is audio storytelling, telling us our hero is an empathetic figure long before he even does anything. And all of that brings us to the climax. This is the single moment that defines this entire narrative and delivers its really powerful message. It all comes down to the core choice our hero is about to make. Now, a typical action hero, you know the drill. They'd see a monster and a fight would break out. But Robo-Boy completely flips that script. He doesn't see an enemy, he sees a broken guardian. And his instinct isn't to fight, it's to repair it. This is the moral heart of the entire story. And to make sure we, the viewers, really feel the weight of this choice, the creators do something incredibly clever. In a short that's defined by all these fast cuts, they use one single, emotional, slow shot right at this moment. The whole pace just grinds to a halt, basically telling us, hey, pay attention. This is the most important part. This shows that heroism here isn't about brute force. It's a thoughtful, almost medical procedure. Robo-Boy diagnoses the problem, he gets to the source of it, and then he uses his own energy to heal it. I mean, what a powerful metaphor for empathy and problem solving. Okay, let's move on to the resolution and see how this one choice completely changes the fate of an entire world. The story shows us this direct, beautiful consequence of this one act of empathy. And the results are, well, they're immediate and they're absolute. By healing the Guardian, Robo-Boy doesn't just get rid of a threat, he restores the entire planet. The storm, which was just a symptom of the Guardian's corruption, completely vanishes. The planet is saved. And the final shot? It's not just a pretty picture, it's pure visual symbolism. A sunrise. It signifies a fresh start, a new beginning, and it just hammers home that optimistic message. Healing, not fighting, is what creates a brighter future. So why did we just break down a 35-second cartoon? Because in that tiny time frame, it communicates a really profound idea. It suggests that maybe our biggest monsters, our biggest problems in the world, aren't actually things we need to destroy, but maybe they're just things that are broken and in need of repair. And that's the final thought I want to leave you with. This tiny little story challenges one of the most basic ideas of what a hero is. It really makes you wonder, what would our world look like if our first instinct when we face a huge problem wasn't to attack it, but to try and understand it and to heal it?